This is my 1988 K3500 that is in the frame right now, and I'm trying to get it up on jack stands as best as I can here, as high as I can rather. Essentially, what's going on here is I've had this thing for like 2 years, and I'm already going on to engine number 3, unless I can save this one, which I'm not entirely sure yet, because to drop the oil pan in one of these, you either have to pull the transmission or drop the front diff, and I don't feel like dropping the front diff if I'm gonna have to potentially put an engine in, among other things. So the logical thing is to pull the transmission, right? So, truth be told, it's not the most logical conclusion, obviously. However, these things in 1988 came with the SM465, and that thing is missing overdrive. So, I bought an NV4500 that's going to go in it and give me overdrive, as well as better gearing, and should hopefully play a little nicer with the small block so I don't continually kill engines. The SM465, it's similar gearing, but it's slightly different, so I'm hoping that going to the NV4500 and the gears being a little closer together will be able to achieve better cruising speeds with the 350 and not be screaming trying to do 60 up a hill. So that's my hope with going to the NV. If that doesn't achieve it, then I am going to re-gear this thing. But as of right now, this is my only 4-wheel drive, and we're in November. So I wanted to have it running a while back, and time just hasn't allowed. So what I'm doing is I'm going to drop the transmission, put in the NV, and while it's out, while there's nothing back here, I'm going to pull the oil pan the rest of the way off. It's loose, just chilling here. You just can't get it out. So we're going to get the transmission out, which I have both drive shafts loose. The rear one didn't want to come off. And then I'm going to drop it, and then we should be able to get access to the underneath. This engine was knocking pretty good, but I'm hoping that I might be able to save it with a set of bearings and not have to pull the engine. That's the whole reason I'm doing all this, but also because I do want to swap that other transmission in anyhow. If I didn't want to swap the transmission, it would have been smartest just to pull the engine, but I have the transmission out here, so what better time, right? So, give her the old shakedown. You know, the one of these to make sure the fucker ain't gonna follow me. So now that we're good, I took the parking brake off, and so now you might be wondering why I did all that. And let me adjust this angle a little bit. Adjust the light. So basically, now that it's on stands, I have more clearance to get the transmission out. Once it's out, I can fit it under the frame rail. But alternatively, I can spin this now, which means that I'm going to be able to maneuver the drive shaft how I need. So, and that's obviously without the vehicle rolling.
My apologies, I'm trying to do this real quick before this dies. So, get that out of the way. The transmission cross member bolts right here. I mean, I'm assuming that you guys, if you're wrenched on this, you probably know what's going on, or like, if you're learning about this, but they're 18 mil both sides, and then the bottom side of the transmission mount, I don't remember what side they are in the transmission, but under here, those are 15s. I just have them loose there. I still got to get the rear drive shaft off. The bolts are out, but it's still on there. And then another thing is you're probably going to have to disconnect your exhaust. This is a Y pipe that I built, 3-inch pipe into a single Flowmaster FX. It's pretty awesome, honestly. I'm really happy with the way it sounds and everything. A little on the side of loud for what it is, but it is only a single muffler rather than two or a resonator or whatever. But yeah, those are the size of those bolts. I'm not sure what that one is yet. I haven't got that far, but
Alright, so that was a fraction of a second for you guys. It's been a couple weeks for me. I haven't been out here. It's been pretty cold. I haven't wanted to do much of anything. But to give you guys a little bit of an update here. I forget where we left off. I think I was wrestling the drive shaft, which I did get off. And the transfer case bolts are all loose. The transmission mount bolts are all loose. I also had to go get a new tool. To go get one of these extendable ratchets, which are not bad. I mean, this one's a hyper tough. I wrap the handle in goon tape. I do with a bunch of my stuff though. I still, for what I needed this for, was the transmission mount bolts, which get under here. You guys can probably see. You can at least see me. The transmission bolts are up here, the cross members right here, which is also undone. I did that. But the 15mm bolts that hold the transmission mount to the actual transmission, they are tight. So that's why I needed this thing to get the leverage, because I don't have a 3/8 breaker bar. It's not something that anywhere seems to carry in store. I didn't check Harbor Freight, so they might. But extendable ratchet I figured would work. I still had to put a good bit of force into it, but I couldn't fit a 2-inch ratchet in there. I could fit a breaker bar, but I didn't have a 1/2-inch socket in 15 for some reason. I definitely have to have someone or somewhere. I have to have one somewhere. I can't talk today, but English hard. But I couldn't find it. The 1/2-inch 15 that I needed, I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably in one of my bags somewhere, and I just misplaced it. But yeah, I got those broke free now. They're still in there, because I may or may not be moving soon, and we're going to have to start getting stuff. And this is kind of blocking the door, so it might have to be the first thing out of here, so I might have to get someone to help me trailer it over to the new place. But, other than that, the drive shaft is out, which I will move you guys over here. Apologies for the camera real quick while I'm moving it, but oh shit. Alright, so you guys can see the yoke of the and everything of the housing, and essentially right here I had to put a pry bar in there. And I basically put my foot on the housing to give me enough leverage to pop the drive shaft out, because it was freaking in there. Now when you take that off, you're going to have the caps of the U-joint want to fall off, and be careful with those, because the pins inside that they're packed with will fall out. But it's not really that hard to put them back in there and add some extra grease. Mine didn't look terrible, so I'm just going to reuse all that shit. But yeah, I had to put a pry bar in there and get some pretty good leverage on it. Put my foot on the housing and pull pretty aggressively, but it did eventually pop out of there. Then it just slides out of the back of the the transfer case. And slipped up on words here again. But we did get it off, and that's the important part. So next on the to-do list, I'm not even sure what it is, truthfully, because the exhaust is also off down to the headers. So So, with that being the case,
I think what's gonna happen next is probably bringing the transmission jack in and moving the cross member, which I don't know that I want to do right this second. But right now I'm organizing things in some cases like this. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. I have another one that I used before and it worked out pretty well that I decided I would pick up some more. So now I have 4 of these total, but only 2 have anything in it yet. I'll probably organize these a little bit better before I do the other ones, because right now it's kind of just a mix of things from random parts of the truck, and I kind of would like to have them organized a little bit better, like one for transmission related stuff, one for engine related stuff, one for like body related stuff. But for right now, this is what we have apart, so it's working quite well. Because already it's only been a couple weeks and I haven't, got back to putting this together, and there's already stuff that I'm not exactly sure where it came from. So I definitely advise you to do something like this so that you know exactly where everything's coming from. Alright, so we are back under the 88. It has been a few months at the very least for me since I've been working on this thing. Probably longer. But got it moved. Everything out of the garage is moved over here to the new house. So working on this thing in the driveway because there ain't room in the small garage right now. There probably won't be. It's not even it's barely long enough to fit a long bed in there, so I probably won't be working on anything inside of it aside from like my bike and stuff. But we're getting somewhere. Worked on it a little bit yesterday and I didn't record anything. I was a little short on time. But I got all the bolts for the T-case loosened up. They're all 14 mil, so that's not bad with a flex head wrench. And then most of the bell housing bolts are out. I think there's 2, the very top 2, which are easier to get once the cross member is out, which the cross member is ready to come out. Those are just holding it there temporarily till I decide to lift the tranny up and drop the cross member out. But I am sort of attempting to wait to do that so that it makes it a little easier on me with what resources I've got available. Right now the front is up on ramps and I can't really get it any higher because I can't put the rear end on stands. It doesn't, won't have anything keeping it from rolling then. So the front drive shaft disconnected. I'm pretty sure I covered that already. So the next order of business is getting the shift linkage undone to the T-case, and I'll unbolt it, get it out of here on the handful of connectors, and then I'm gonna go top side and disconnect, pull off the shifter and everything, all that fun stuff out of the cab. Alright, so I don't think there's a great angle for me to be able to film what's going on here, but I'm going to try to get the T-case out, and by the looks of it, we got the breather there, and then that shift linkage, which I gotta figure how that comes off of there. But it should just be as simple as this popping out one way or the other. Might just be press fit in there. So I might just put a pry bar on there and knock it loose. That's the way it looks anyhow. But I don't know how accurate that is. So it should be as simple as just popping that off. Probably not. Probably just shows how much I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, where are we facing here? Alright, so I'm going to use an extension and a hammer and see if we can't just get it to push out, because it should just come pop right out. I don't know if I have room for that, honestly. So we're gonna have to get a pry bar. Oh, where's that get us? Maybe more what we wanted. Maybe. So I ended up having to use a couple of pry bars one to brace against here to keep this from bending, and then one to actually put pressure on that. But it is now free, so we should now just need to finish pulling those bolts out to hold it to the transmission, and probably wiggle it right now, honestly. Yeah, you can see. I'll just wiggle that free. Oh, there's all the... Ooh, I need a dram pan. Oh, fuck. Just flung fucking something in my eye. God damn. Oh, fuck. It's in there. Oh, motherfucker. Come on. Oh, I need a towel. Shit. I'm not positive, but it's not bugging me anymore, so it's at least a start. I just won't look at her this time. Maybe that'll make her happy. See, and then it doesn't want to do the thing, so if you could get off of there. Wipe that off real quick. Start moving. Meep. Last time when I said that, it retaliated and threw shit in my eye, so let's just look the opposite direction and act like nothing happened. There's one. 2. Last one. Bingo. Those flex head wrenches come in clutch. I believe, well, I know I got those off Amazon. They were like $70 or something like that. Some weird brand. It was like FLOZPER. Flosper or something like that. Something wild. But, oh shit. She's spinning. But they work. They're great for me. Alright, I'm gonna grab some gloves and try to wrangle this thing out of here. Let's get back under here. Yeah, we kind of bought a house by a major highway, sort of. So that's cool. Oh yeah, spill it all. Tell me your secrets. Oh fuck. That's the one. I don't want to drop it, so alright, give her a minute. Right yonder. Make sure we get some of that good stuff out of there. Alright. Push this up a hair. Keep her sliding. Oh, there she goes. Alright, we're gonna have to move the drain pan, because that's where this thing is gonna go. Get you guys a better view here. Oh yeah. I might have to tilt it up and not die. Oh shit. Manhandle back up in there. Forgot the electrical connectors. It's real convenient now that it's out of there. I can just... There's one. Put it on anyways. In the dark, been waiting all this time. Damn, Dad, I'm trying to survive. I'm not ready to die. Alright. Bro. Got the headphones in. So we're going 7 foot right now. Oh, she's a 241C. In a 1 ton? I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. I have no idea. But it works, so. So much potential to sound good, you leave a cat in it. You don't have emissions to pass around here. Why leave it in? I mean, you know, cops are, you know, gonna bitch about it being loud anyhow, so like, why not have some fun with it? To move the pan, I probably still have the breather in there. Okay, never mind, I lied. I don't know where the breather was routed to, but it's out. Alright. Easy way to get this out of here. Probably not. Easy way would be to move the cross member, but we still have it up now. Fuck. You're just gonna drip. That's okay. Oh. It's a harder hit than I wanted it to be. It's fine though. You're tough. Oh, she's fucking leaking. Oh yeah, just spill it all. It's fine.